welcome back to my channel. It's Cerise here, and for today's video I am so excited to be doing a review on the Charlotte Tilbury The Icon palette. Now this is a limited edition one. It retails for 65 US dollars, which is like 100 New Zealand dollars by the way. I got this in my Beautylish lucky bag for 2020 and I think it's a really cool thing to have in there. As for the shadows and things like that, I've never actually tried Charlotte Tilbury, so without further ado, let's get into it. Alrighty, so this is the palette here itself. It says use a blender brush to lightly wash shadow all over your eyelid or define your lash line with a smudger brush. This shadow is so rich in pigments and emollients you can use your finger to pat on a colour pop to your eyelids. And it says after opening you've got 30 months, you've got a long time like to have this palette, which I think is probably one of the longest times you've ever seen. But it comes with 12 eyeshadows. Let's open her up. The packaging, first of all, stunning, reflective, luxurious gold, fancy. I love it. And this is the actual palette here itself. It's very reflective. You can kind of see everything that's going on. And it's got the shade names on the back. Now, the shade names, well, what it does is it says the top is a primer. All the top shades are primers, seconds are to enhance, and 3 are to smoke. So it's actually giving you like a process of how you should be applying these shadows, which I think is really cute. It says 4 high pigmented hypnotic eye looks to take your, it's really hard to read this. It's really hard to read this up here. Take you from day to date to diva to disco oh no, that's a different language. Okay, that's why I couldn't see. Alright, so let's open her up. So, it's also very heavy. Nice and luxurious feeling. And we'll open her up. I'm like, it won't open. There we go. That is it there. And it's also got a little slip cover here. Alrighty, so this is the colors here. Very pretty, but I feel like there's no kind of matte shades to go off. So it does say that the first row is a primer, and then the second one is to enhance, and then the third one is to smoke. So those definitely do seem like smoky shades, but those as a primer, I'm like, what the frick, they're the lightest ones of this palette. And there is the gorgeous mirror as well. So again, you can do your whole eye look by using this mirror as well. Yeah, first impressions, I think that there is no metallic shades. They are only glitter shimmer shades, so you probably would need another palette to have a kind of matte look on there, but that's alright because we're going to use this whole palette today and we're going to see if you actually do need that. So I think what we will do is I'm going to swatch them. Now, okay, I see, right. Alright, so it's 4 different eye looks and you use it down like that. So you're using each eye look downwards. So you use, like you follow this chart that's here, and then you do like, that's one eye look, that's day eyes, date eyes, diva eyes, and disco eyes. I'm like, I'm gonna use any down color that I want, but it's cool that it gives you like 4 specific eye looks if you couldn't really think of anything, so that's kind of clever as well. So I think what we'll do is we will swatch day eyes. So let's start with day eyes. And we're going to start with the priming shade here, which is this glitter shade. Really nice, really nice. Now let's go for the enhance, which is step 2. And then we've got the smoke, which is step 3. That front eye look I think is pretty nice, pretty basic. It's not bad. Alright, let's go for date eyes. So we've got the prime. Here we go, nice gold. Then we've got the enhance. And then the smoke, which is lighter than the enhance. Again, another nice set of eye looks, you know, and it's a nice like array of colors so far for the palette as well. Then we've got our next set, which is diva eyes. So that is the prime. I really like this shade. Then we've got the enhance here. Very similar as well. And then the smoke shade, which is another brownie color. So far the whole palette is kind of neutral for that whole first like 9 shades, but all those looks I think are actually really nice. They all feature a darker brown, a lighter brown, and then an even lighter brown. Kind of basic, but Charlotte Tillbury, classic. I know I'm saying Tillbury like Tillsbury Ploughboy, but Tilbury, sorry, Charlotte Tillbury, that's what I should be saying. Alright, then we got the last one here, and we've got the prime here. So let's smash her here, can you see that? Ooh, Oh, it's a very dark emerald green. Then we have the enhanced shade, which is that. Oh, that blue is stunning. And then we've got just a black for a smoke. I wonder how good this black's gonna be. Ooh, that one kind of seems a bit matte. That's really pretty. So those are these swatches there of all the 12 shades. Now, I mean, for some reason, I actually really like this palette aesthetically to look at. It's very pretty, and I think because it is just so bougie, I feel like it's something I would never buy myself. I'm real into it. But as for the color swatches, I'm actually not that mad at it. I feel like this green should have been a bit more green. I feel like if that was actually an eye look, it would be very dark, but it's not the worst thing I've ever seen. So I think without further ado, let's put it on the face and the eyes and see how we go. Alrighty, so I think we can move on to eyes now. So I'm just gonna get my brushes ready, which I should have done before we got on camera. But yeah, unfortunately these don't actually have shade names, so I'm just gonna point to what shade I'm going to use. I think as a blendy shade, I don't even know if I could really have a blendy shade, because I'm just like, oh, I don't even know. I'm gonna use this on my lid, definitely, this gold. So maybe we'll start from there and see how we go. I don't know really how this is going to work without having a like transitional buffer shade, so we'll see. But the swatches itself, oh damn, the swatches itself were very, very like strong, you know what I mean? Like it's definitely a very pigmented palette. Like even the shadows just feel very luxurious, like I'm putting money on my eyelids. And for $65 for 12 shades, it's probably one of the highest ranking eyeshadow palettes I've got, except my Vise Art ones, which I have never used because I was getting them in my lucky bags too, which I should do reviews on. But this is just the palette that I saw and I was like, oh, I love this. I just love gold, so I'm like, yes, on the eyes, I'm loving this. So this was the priming shade. So I mean, I could go ahead and do one look, but I feel like no, I'm not gonna do that, you know. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to get this shade here and go under my eyes. That is part of the smoking range. I'm just going to go under my eyelids here. Which I think is a nice kind of brown. I'm just trying to think if once you like buff off the glitter, they're not like, because this one is coming out really matte, this brown here, once I've like kind of buffed it all off, you get what I mean? Alright, I think on the inner corner of my eye, I'm going to go with this green shade here. Even though it's not super bright, I'm just going to kind of give it a go anyway. Earthy tones I feel like I'm doing today. I kind of like that. That's really cute, I think. Then let's smoke out a color. I'm gonna use this color here. Give that a jam. Just kind of smoke out this eye look. I like how it's blending on, like it's actually picking up on the glittery pigment. Some eyeshadow palettes, like when you put a glitter on, you can't actually smoke it out. So that's quite nice that you can actually get that effect, because I'm like, I actually like that. I feel like it is getting matte and it was just a shimmer like outer casing on it, you know what I mean? Because I'm like able to kind of buff this as a kind of blender on top. See how I'm kind of like able to get that out there as well. Damn hooded eyes. Now I'm just going to get a blender shade. I'm just gonna blend this. Well, not a blender shade, I'm just gonna use the blender brush. Just kind of blend that brown out. I mean, I'm not mad at what I've created. What I'm also going to do is I'm just going to get this darkest shade here and I'm just going to put it on my outer waterline. Just to kind of smoke down there. And that is it like that. Now I think what I'm going to do is just get this shade here and just put it on the center of my lid. Just to add some more kind of, yeah, look at that, add some more dimension. And so I can actually put one on with my finger. Alrighty, so I think that is the final eye look there. I've used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 shades. No, hang on, I've used 6 shades. So I've used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 shades all up. So I think what I'm going to do now is mascara and eyeliner, and then we'll see what she looks like. And that is the final eye look done like that. So I actually really like it. I think that I know I always say that, I think I actually like it. Yes, I do, because I created it, I picked these colors, I know what I like, I like these colors. As a palette as a whole, I definitely think it's got a nice array of colors. As soon as I opened this, I looked at it, I was like, it's really pretty, I can see myself using it. I'm a nude hoe, so the fact that there is 9 shades out of 12, I think it's really awesome. Is this palette for me for price point? No, it's not. But that's not to say it's not a great palette. It's just, it's not something that I personally would pick. I'm more for like, I don't know, I suppose I do like mini palettes, so I am like, this is actually a small, cute, petite palette, so I do actually like that. But I don't know, I like more matte shades, I think. That's the one thing I'd change, is I'd get some more matte shades. But I think these ones, once you actually like get the metallic sheen off, I think these two here are actually mattes, where everything else has like a metallic finish. But I think for this mini metallics in an eye look, I have got like a smoky eye. It definitely did what it was going to do. I think the palette itself is luxurious. The colors, the pigment, everything is spot on. This is definitely an amazing palette. It's just not for me. It's not something that I would, like if I went to the store, I wouldn't grab this and be like, oh my god, that's great. Mainly because it is so expensive, but I just think that it's just not something that I would be like, oh, I'm gonna go buy that. But it would make an amazing gift. I would definitely buy this as a gift for someone. A nice, like, bougie, luxurious gift. I think that is really beautiful. But yeah, I really did find myself loving this palette, and I do think it's really nice. It's just not something that I would personally buy. But I do love the palette. Does that make sense? Like, I love this palette and I'm glad that I got it, but I feel like I wouldn't go out to buy it. Like, it's a pleasant surprise to have. You guys know what I mean? I don't know. That's just my opinion. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments down below if you have tried any of the Charlotte Tilbury palettes, and what one is your favorite. This one I think is just really pretty. It's still for sale at beautylish.com if you want to go there and see if you can pick it up. They do have Afterpay and FlexiPay and all that. This is not sponsored. I just really wanted to try this palette because after I got it, I've been thinking about it non-stop, and I'm just like, oh my god, do you see the holo in there? Like, honey, this palette is freaking bougie and cute. Like, love that shit. Alright, well, until next time, I love you guys so much, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye!